I'm Ashton Addison from Blockwest Capital for Investment Pitch Media and the Crypto Coin Show. And today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Colin Fitzpatrick, the CEO of Animal Concerts. Colin, welcome to the show, and thanks for taking the time.
Thanks, Ashton. Great to be here.
I'm excited to dive into artists. The entertainment industry needs a huge overhaul. There's a lot of problems in the industry, especially for struggling artists that deserve value and connection with their fans and so much more. And I know blockchain technology has the ability to provide that. It's just about implementing it properly. I know your team's working on initiatives in this industry that I think are going to make a huge difference for fans, artists, the whole industry altogether. Let's kick off the conversation by, in your words, getting a little bit about Animal Concerts, what your team is working on, and what the vision is.
Sure, Ashton, happy to. So what Animal Concerts do is we stream concerts in 2D and 3D online and into the Metaverse. And we book A-list artists and we partner with them to do NFT drops at the same time. We also get these artists to essentially act as part of our marketing arm to promote these concerts on our platform to their massive social media channels. And we're really looking to kind of democratize the concert industry because no longer do you have to be the one who's lucky enough that your favorite band comes to a city near you and that you get one of the very few tickets. Now we can bring the concert experience to absolutely everyone all around the world. And it's pretty exciting. I mean, as we said, the concert industry has been through, well, the music industry has been through some seismic changes. You know, you got the Napster, you got the streaming, Spotify taking all the money. And like we talked about earlier, it's a really opportunity to give the power back to the artists so that they really have control. It's about, for them, an opportunity to get exposure to new fans in new places like the Metaverse. So a lot of really exciting stuff happening. Our team is working really hard. We basically want to be agnostic. So we want to bring concerts to all of the Metaverses or all of the main ones. So we're currently doing deals with people like Decentraland, a partner of ours, also partnered a really great partnership with OpenSea for the NFTs. We've got many other partnerships on the go, but we're purchasing land, we're building venues, and we're partnering with other people who have land who want to just do really great stuff. And I think concerts is one of the most obvious areas in which, you know, people can experience cool stuff in the Metaverse and online. And we're hoping for big things.
Amazing. Yeah, it's it's starting to, especially just with the pandemic and everything, moving virtual, increasing the quality of the user experience and the user interaction in the Metaverse and in virtual concerts. And how do you simulate like you're actually at a concert in real life, right? There's so many intricacies.
What I always say is we're not trying to replace concerts. I mean, I'm going to a concert tomorrow night and, that's still an amazing experience. And I haven't done it in probably about 3 years. We're just creating a new experience and it's something different. But, you know, even though it's a little bit down the roadmap for us, we will do 3D concerts. And we did our first one already recorded anyway, where you can use one of these Oculus Quest or a cheap headset. And you can have a completely new experience, a different experience that you can feel like you're on stage dancing with your favorite artist rather than being, you know, at the back of the crowd. And that's something interesting. But we also open it up to a massive amount of people who, you know, you might live in the absolute middle of nowhere in a third world country. And now you can really have this extremely amazing experience for not a lot of money. And that is basically the sort of game changer there. I suppose what we are trying to do in the Metaverse is also change things by not just, you know, staring at your screen and watching someone dance around, but trying to really gamify it and put some fun into the experience as well, by helping you enjoy it with other people. So I'm sure you've all seen that there's already been some pretty big concerts online and in the Metaverse, like Travis Scott, like Lil Nas X, and more recently with Ariana Grande. And she had 78 million people attend that concert. And then she made $50 million selling the digital assets, like the skirt she was wearing and glasses and all that sort of stuff. So we're working with artists to do that, but we're also trying to work with the Metaverses to come up with different ways to make this experience a bit more enjoyment, gamify it. And, you know, kids today love to have alternative experiences, whereby they can enjoy it with their friends. And I think that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's incredible. And you're right. The fact that it's in the Metaverse, you can have millions and millions and millions of people attending it, and you could all be at the front of the stage if you wanted.
Exactly. I mean, the great thing about the metaverse is that the sky is the limit in terms of your imagination. You can make anything happen. I mean, we're building metaverse venues at the moment, and we're building it with the actual artist in mind and also the sponsors. But, you know, we can chuck that out and bring in a new one for a completely different concert 10 minutes later. I mean, you can really do whatever you want. And that's the really exciting thing.
Very cool. And are you guys working with major artists that are interested in working and started moving into the metaverse, and you're approaching them, or they're approaching you, or how does that work in getting quality artists?
Well, we're lucky that one of the founding members of our team has kind of been working in the music booking and event management industry for 15 years. He owns a company. They've done events and booked a whole host of household name artists. So the first artist we were able to book was the rapper Future. Just in case you don't know Future, he's, you know, a really big rapper. He just had a #1 hit with Drake a couple of months ago when we booked him, and he's got a #1 hit right again now, and he's got a couple of albums coming out. So we did that. It's on our website, animalconcerts.com. Amazing. Really a truly incredible spectacle in a hotel called the Fontainebleau in Miami. And then also that was done in 3D. So that's what we're going to be doing later. We've also done a promotional event with Busta Rhymes, which was, I was there in Miami as well. It was really, really cool. And most recently, we've got a partnership with Alicia Keys, one of the best female artists of all time, 15-time Grammy Award winning. And we were there to launch her new double album called Keys. It was in a very private event in Los Angeles in a beautiful cathedral. It was an amazing spectacle. We had an Emmy Award-winning director and producer there to record the whole thing. And, you know, we're going to be doing some NFT stuff with her into the future as well. We do have I can't tell you, but we got a pipeline of extremely well-known artists, and they are starting to come to us. But not only that, the brands are coming to us, and so are the, you know, management companies as well, because they're being bombarded with it right now. Everyone's talking about metaverse and NFTs, but, you know, they need the help of some experts to guide them through this process and make sure it's done properly. And that's where we come in.
Very cool, and great list of artists so far. That sounds incredible. I'm curious on the NFT side and working with them, you know, in the cryptocurrency side. Are there already NFTs available for these specific artists that you've worked with, or do you do a release and then those go to OpenSea, or how does that work with the NFTs?
Yeah, we're partnered with OpenSea because obviously it's where 90% of the liquidity is. So there's none yet, but within the next couple of months, we're going to be doing some, and hopefully a lot more after that. We want to build our own NFT marketplace eventually, but, you know, we got to get there one step at a time. And there's lots of other exchanges and NFT marketplaces wanting to talk to us because we have those artist connections. So, you know, we're just basically about to launch our token in the next month or so. And after that, things will change a lot, and we'll hopefully have a much bigger rota of artists coming to us for concerts and NFTs.
Very cool. And I was going to ask about that and the upcoming plans. You know, you mentioned all these different avenues that you're working on with the concerts in person and working in the metaverses, seeing how that plays out. In different metaverses, we'll have different user experiences, graphics, all of these things. There's so many intricacies. And then the token as well. So in the next, you know, few months here, what are the main focuses for Animal Concerts to continue your growth?
So as I said, we're releasing our token, and I suppose the utility of that is three things. It's a method of purchase for buying the NFTs and the tickets themselves, but it's also around governance. So we actually invite the community in to have a say in who we book or what artists we book, where they play, what they wear, you know, what order, all those different types of things. It's about really getting that interesting fan interaction that the artists are really looking for. And lastly, it's about rewards. So we'll do things like staking and also allowing the community to vote on, you know, what we do with a portion of our revenues in a pool, such as burns or just redistribution, things like that. So we're really focusing on getting that together. Our technology enabling streaming into multiple different metaverses. I mean, we need to be agnostic there. There are some challenges, but, you know, it's a reasonably mature space in terms of streaming, and we've got some really good partners that are helping us with that as well. And then also working with the brands to figure out monetization strategies. So it's all well and good just having a concert, but how we make it more interesting, how we monetize it with NFTs, but I suppose not just selling JPEGs, NFTs that get you something. They might get you, say, for example, it could get you a free ticket to an event of your choice on the world tour, could get you a backstage pass with a meet and greet, or a meet and greet in the metaverse, which is virtual and open to absolutely anyone. A little bit like what Snoop Dogg has done in Sandbox, very, very few tickets available, but it gets you that super exclusive access to hang out in his mansion. There's there's awful lot of possibilities, and we're working with a great team to make that happen.
Very cool. And yeah, I think the access part will be super important, rather than just having a piece of memorabilia from the concert, which is great to be able to buy their memorabilia, but access moving forward and communication and connection with the artist, I think, is super important for the fans. In terms of the in-person concerts versus the metaverse and artists more transitioning into the virtual world to also just gain access to people in other countries and expand their audience, how far along do you see the music and entertainment industry in merging into this completely? It sounds like you're already working with great artists. Do you think that's going to be like the norm in the coming year or years?
Good question. I mean, what I would say is traditionally, if I go back 9 months to when we started this, and we have some partnerships with some really top end music booking industry players, the conversations that were had 9 months ago were very, very different to what they're having now. I think it has really escalated significantly. And I just had a call with a very kind of senior music executive last night, and she told me that right now, they're being bombarded with it. I mean, everyone in the music industry knows NFTs and metaverse. They may not completely understand it, but they understand the opportunity because they're savvy business people. So some of them are an awful lot more hesitant than others, and some of them are really like, hey, let's go, let's put out there. So that's what we're trying to do, is work with people who really want to do this, such as Alicia Keys. She's really, really, really keen to explore the space. How fast it's going to accelerate? Yeah, I mean, I'd say things are going to change an awful lot in the next 12 months. I mean, just from the conversations we've been having and the partners we're working with, there's so many people trying to build out experiences in the metaverse. I mean, as much as we all love to hate him, I think Mark Zuckerberg came along and just solidified it that the metaverse is the future of the internet. So everyone's plowing ahead into that. It takes a little bit of time, but there's some really smart people working on some awesome stuff. I also truly believe that the most popular metaverse over the next few years probably hasn't even been made yet. I think the space is going to change dramatically. Decentraland's been around for a really, really long time. They're doing well, but there's other people maybe with a little bit more a different approach. And I think there's some people also trying to solve some technology problems in terms of scalability, because, we want to be able to put an unlimited amount of people into a concert and have them experience it, like you said, like they're all at the front of the stage or wherever they want to be. Yeah,
completely agree. And so, yeah, I'm excited to see how quickly they come in, but more importantly, how they get customers to keep returning, right? And because it can be a big fad and everyone can jump on NFTs and metaverse, but
sure,
how will you get people to stay, right? And I'm curious with your strategy as well, besides just having a good artist and the fans are coming because they want to see that artist, how do you get people to return to the animal concerts?
Well, let me tell you a story that I always tell. Is I was talking to a friend of mine recently about, the metaverse, and he said, look, I don't know anything about this, but he has a 10-year-old son. And a little while ago, he was given very, very strict instructions by his son in the morning that when you pick me up from school, we have to go straight home because I need to be on my computer because there's a concert. All my friends are attending and I want to be there and I cannot miss this, Dad. That's what we want to try and create, these must be at events, the FOMO effect. Okay. And that's done in a number of ways. Number one is picking the right artist in the right place with the right set of marketing and promoting it in the right way, but also making it a little bit more interesting than just sort of watching someone and listening to some music, which is how we, create some gamification into it and create some sort of playability, but also interaction. So not only interaction from the artist to the fans, but between the fans themselves as well. And you can like a lot of people hang out online, They spend more time hanging out with their friends playing in game than they do in real life. You know, kids today are more excited to show off the sneakers they've bought for their avatar than they are the Nikes that their dad purchased them last week. So there's wonderful opportunity in this space. As always, you know, the younger generation paves the way, but I think it's going to accelerate to the rest of us pretty quickly.
Very cool, Colin. And for the viewers that are looking to see more of these upcoming concerts, look into the token launch that you mentioned and the other NFTs, what's the best way to get involved into the communities and learn more about Animal Concerts?
Just follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Telegram, all that sort of stuff. Just look us up, Animal Concerts. You know, we got a fair bit of press coverage happening now, all over Cointelegraph. I've actually got a really good giveaway going on right now, so you can win things like Oculus and, you know, and tickets and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I just say that the space is really exciting. It's developing at a crazy rate. Every day I'm talking to new people who are trying to do cool stuff around NFT ticketing or building really interesting things in the metaverse, or trying to find ways to bring in other things, you know, be it sport, be it movies, be it education. There's an awful lot of stuff happening there. And, you know, what I love about crypto is it's not as competitive as the tech world that I'm used to. Everyone's always finding, like, let's find a way to work together. Let's find value together. And let's find a win-win-win situation. And that's what I really love.
Amazing. Thank you, Colin, for coming on, talking about Animal Concerts. It's great to hear. And with those community links, I'll make sure that we leave those in the description box below as well for the viewers. Looking forward to your token launch and the growth of the platform even more. And let's follow up in the near future.
That's great. Lovely to be here. Thanks so much, Ashton. I appreciate it.